Sonic and Knuckles, call them whatever you want. It is rare for a team to have two players rush for double-digit touchdowns in the same season. Gibbs and Montgomery have done that in both seasons as teammates in Detroit, the only duo in NFL history with 10 rushing scores in back-to-back seasons. Gibbs, kind enough to visit with us now. Ryan Clark and Stephen A. Smith, great to have you with us. Take it away.
Well, I appreciate you, Scott, and now it's time for me to reveal our big guest, my pastel brother, my starburst brother, Stephen A. Smith, and we're here on the field with Pro Bowl running back Jahmyr Gibbs. Jahmyr, you got back going last week with the big plays. The offense was creating those dynamic plays, pushing the ball down the field. What did you guys speak about in between week 1 and week 2 that you needed to adjust?
Mostly just getting the run game going. The first week was not used to, our standards, so yeah, just getting that back going.
Jahmyr, why did week 1 happen the way that it did? So much noise was made about the fact that Coach Campbell had lost both offensive and defensive coordinators in Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn. How much of a factor was that in the first week struggles?
I think it was just mainly us, just communicating, from the line to receivers, quarterback, running backs, everybody. It was miscommunication. It was just a bad game on our part. So,
with Dan Campbell being someone who everybody thinks of as the culture of the Detroit Lions, how important was it for you guys to come out and show that in week 2 in that game, to say we still are physical, we still are a good running football team, especially after losing some of those guys in the middle?
Yeah, every team I think has a bad game. We just had to come back and shake back and play to our standards. So that was the main thing. Yeah.
How do you guys feel about what happened, considering what happened last year in the playoffs with the Washington Commanders? All of us look at it and we just said injuries, injuries, injuries. If it weren't for that, who knows what would have happened with the Detroit Lions? Was that the mentality that the rest of you guys had coming into the season?
We got that far with those injuries, so I think any game we could have won. So I really don't make that excuse. So, but it is fun having everybody back and playing with each other again, so it's a fun thing.
All right, Jahmyr, so I'm going to throw you this ball because I have a question. Now, I got to come to training camp, and I saw during individual periods, you were lined up all over the place, at slot receiver, at number 1 in the backfield. You had 10 catches early on in the first game against the Packers, but couldn't create the big play. When are we going to start to see some of the utilization of you in the pass game? Because that's a huge mismatch, especially with you and Demo on the field.
Can't really say that. We have to wait and see, I ain't gonna spill no beans, but yeah, we have to wait.
Yeah, well, we waiting to see a lot of things when it comes to the Detroit Lions, and we scour the NFC right now. You got the Eagles as the defending Super Bowl champions. We see Green Bay coming. The Los Angeles Rams can't be summarily dismissed, but because the coordinators have changed and what have you, people question it. I look at y'all and I say, y'all still got the same weapons. I'm very confident in y'all. How confident are you guys in yourselves now compared with whatever level of confidence you may have possessed last year?
Mainly, I think it's just the players. We still got the same players, and I think it's players of a scheme any day. So, players make plays. So I think it's the main thing.
Now, let's get to tonight. Listen, 2 years ago, this team was 5-1, right? You're playing against the Baltimore Ravens. It was one of those prove-it games for you all in M&T Stadium, and it's 38-6. How important is for you guys to get off to a great start tonight, especially the way Game 1 went against the Packers?
Really important. We know, this dude in Baltimore, he's that guy. So we have to try to match him or hopefully, surpass him in, this game. So, yeah.
Far be it for non-football players to bring up the word scared. Ooh. But when you think about Lamar Jackson, he is scary to an opposing defense. But being on offense, is it one of those situations where you're saying to yourself, damn, we can't afford to make any mistakes because of the brother on the opposite side of the field?
Yeah, some teams have, they have that guy on their offense that can score points from anywhere at any time. So we can't take any possession for granted. We got to score touchdowns. So that's one of them games tonight.
Yeah, one of my big questions to you before we go, though, who was the main voice that kept you guys focused in the locker room after a start like that, because you knew you would have games like this down the road?
Mainly just a collect. We know that we didn't play that game to our standard, and we know, we've been playing together for, most of us 3 years, and some people before me, 4 and 5. So we knew what to expect, or we know what to expect going forward, and just playing to that standard.
Yo, listen, this is Jahmyr Gibbs, part of the best running back duo in all of football, and obviously me and Stephen A. are a part of some duo that sings R&B songs. Scott, back to you.